All right, students and parents of biology students, I wanted to talk real quickly about what's going on this week. I have graded the vast majority of the pill bug lab reports, and I wanted to talk about that first and foremost. So, um, overall, there was a wide spectrum. Typically, they weren't that great. So, I've uploaded that. You can see your son or daughter's grade in RenWeb. It should be up and posted. If there's an M, that means it's missing. There's a couple students that sent me like the wrong draft or just a partial part of it. So if it's missing, it's not that big a deal. I just need those in. There's like 5 or 6 students that are missing them. And to be honest with you, they may have given me a sheet of paper, and I have all of them that turned them in by hand. I just want to make sure that everybody's submitted that electronically they could. So if you don't have a grade for your paper, or if you notice your son or daughter does not, they need to submit that electronically. Email it to me or submit it through Moodle. What I'm allowing students to do is I'm allowing them to revise their paper. But the max grade they're going to make is a 78%, which is the lowest C possible. And they can do this is do 1 week from Monday, September 16th, and the paper has to be submitted through Moodle. So if your son or daughter did really bad on that, I had some people that did not do well at all, so they definitely need to take advantage of this. They definitely need to redo it, and I'll regrade it again and hopefully get their grade up, so it doesn't just put a big divot in their grade early on. So that's what's going on with the with that. So real quickly, if they can't log into Moodle, you need to contact Mr. West. So Mr. West, you need to email him, and here's the email address. And basically have the student give first and last name and state your problem in the email. Be specific as possible. Why I can't log in. It won't let me reset my password. Okay. So also with that, we have so the pill bug lab report, when they resubmit it, it should look something like this here. And this is the rubric I graded them on. It was pretty specific. And then they need to add a submission. And then they just click on their files here. Okay, so you just click on this and your files will show up. Also, what I've done, because it's imperative that your son or daughter be able to use Moodle, get on there. So it's very important because we're going to be doing stuff through Moodle. So I have this free Moodle points. This is actually meant to help their grade on their lab reports too. So if they go to this, they can log into Moodle. They go here. They just got to click. If you can see the question, click yes and get 5 free points. They click yes, gets 5 free points. This goes in their test and major assignments free points. This is meant to help their grade for this, and this is how important I think using Moodle is. It's going to be a good tool for me, but I've got to get everybody on the same page. I can't waste another class period going over that. That's something they need to take care of on their own. So we've got the lab report done. Hopefully you guys understand that. You can look at the rubric and rewrite it and resubmit it. Also, in the grade book, if you see anything, and also, sorry, let me go back to the lab report real quick before I forget. So under my website, we have experimental design, that's what ED stands for, and characteristics of life. You click on that, it's going to take you to this page. So if your son or daughter is in Bio 1, this is the data, okay? If they are in Bio 2, same idea. Now, these are the 2 links they really need to look at if they want to do well, if they want on their revision. Writing a lab report. And this just tells you exactly what I'm looking for. A lot of students just left stuff out. Okay. Let's go back. And then also, and even more detailed, is I had them peer review each other. So if you look at these and go through all this before you turn it back in, you're going to get all your points. A lot of students just did not look at this at all and just winged it. And they did horrible on it because I told them I'd be grading them based on that. So they need to make sure they're looking at these 2 things when they're rewriting it, for sure. Also on Moodle, on RenWeb, if you see something that says a completion, I'm going to start putting a completion under the description, or if it's like a mental calisthenic, a bell ringer, and anything I say completion on, that just means did they try to do it? So those are free points meant to help their homework and quizzes grade. That's what those are meant to do. So what I'm allowing students to do is I'm allowing them to turn them in either before or after school, not during class, to get their points back up after if they forgot it or if they didn't finish it or they want to get those partial credits. I'm allowing them to go back and do that. keep in mind that's a logistical nightmare for me because I'm constantly erasing stuff and updating stuff in the gradebook and then in written web. So be patient with me updating that stuff. But what I'm trying to do is let your son or daughter help themselves and get their grades up even if they forgot. Now, after the first grading period, my expectations are going to increase. I understand new school, new expectations, but I want your son or daughter to succeed if they want to, all right, if they choose to do so. So that being said, let's talk about this week in biology. So this week in biology, what's going to be happening is we are going to be talking about ecology. So what I'm doing is I'm giving them the notes on ecology, and so all this you hopefully will be able to see on the website. Looks like we're going to have a quiz on, I believe we're going to have a quiz on Wednesday, it looks like. Okay, never earlier, I may have to push it back a day, but that's what we're thinking, a quiz over the first 4 objectives. I'm going to pass out the objective sheet on Monday. They've already have some notes. So basically what they're doing right now in this is they're going to my ecology site part here. They are learning about, they only have to do one of these. They choose an ecosystem they like, Amazon rainforest, coral reefs, or Yellowstone. And then they learn about each one of these topics within this ecosystem here. So what they do is they click on this. They don't have to print this out. They don't have to write, they need to write down the answer somewhere, but they can cut and paste this into, a Word, OpenOffice, whatever, and try to answer these questions. Then after they answer these questions on this, they can go back to the website and they can check their answers. So here's the answer key. So then they can check their answers. I'm not going to check these for completion grades. I told them that if they do this, this is going to be good reinforcement, good practice for their quiz that will be on Wednesday. So same thing with symbiosis here. So this is the worksheet, and then I'm going to put up the answer sheets this afternoon, get all that up also. So that's what's going on in biology this week. So the major things that you really need to make sure your son or daughter has done is check RenWeb, check their grade on that pill bug lab report. It should be under their major assignments. If they did poorly, they need to redo it. They need to revise it. So that's a major thing they need to do, and they have a finite time period to do so. So those are the things you really need to look at. Most importantly is those lab reports. Those completion grades also. Hopefully that helped. Sorry it's so long. I just wanted to make sure to talk about the lab reports. And if your son or daughter has an electronic version and it's missing in the grade book, just have them email it to me. It's not a big deal. I just need that. Hopefully email it to me or upload it into Moodle would be even better. They should know how to do that, hopefully, if they can log in. If you have any questions, email me. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much.